Hello, everyone. It's Luphisra here. And, okay, my screen is not responding for some. Okay, no, it is. Yes, hello, everybody. Today I'll be playing Beacon Pines because that is what the Wheel of Games has picked out uh, for me. And I don't know pretty much anything about the game except that it's cute, it's good, and it's emotional. Because I purposely avoided watching anybody who is playing or streaming the game just because I want to play it for myself and I don't want to be spoiled. And as y'all can see, I have this on my Switch, okay, rather than my PC. So let's just get started. The loading is a bit long. Oh, okay. Okay, started on the game.
Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is
How do you not know it's your book?
special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story.
Okay, so I'm very important.
Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn.
A young boy.
Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
That's our main character. That's who you're playing as, right, Luka? Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today is the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. Oh, that's the father's grave, you. I was 6 years old when you died. Oh, that's sad. And it's been 6 years now. Oh, so he's 12 years old. Okay. From here on out, you have been gone longer than you were here. It feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luka. I knew I'll find you here.
Rolo was Luka's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Okay, so he's not a subtle person. Got it. Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'll find you here.
I finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave.
Oh yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. It's gonna come back, Rolo. Of course she is. Yeah, he's not subtle at all. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Oh, flowers. Whew, dandelions, fly. Tickles. Okay, that's an achievement. So
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
okay. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rolo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They? Who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know. I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Gran still kind of wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She have moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself, I won't be long. Okay, tell Gran before heading out with our friend. Alright. I have to just look at everything first.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Okay.
Just some dusty knickknacks. Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
It's kind of cute, though.
Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
Oh, I got one more. Ponder. Nice. And sliding off the couch. Awesome.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luka had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
Okay.
Luka paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
Oh, that's really sad.
Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Okay. Okay, I can go in there. He's not ready to go in there. Okay. Back downstairs then. This is the kitchen.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with a day of the week.
Damn, meal prep. Awesome.
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Why are those things in the kitchen?
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch.
What is a hutch? It looks like a closet. I mean like a cupboard. You know, like a display cabinet kind of cupboard.
Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
Okay.
A sturdy old wheelbarrow. Young Luka would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Nice. Cute. Gran. Hey, Gran, I'm gonna go. For Pete's sake, go change out of your pajamas before you say another word. But nothing. Inside clothes are for inside. And outside clothes are for
Luka
outside.
stared at his feet and muttered under his breath.
Mom always let me wear my pajamas in the garden. Well, Eleanor isn't here, is she? Now go upstairs, change, and then we'll talk.
Right, of course. I forgot about the pajamas.
This is pajamas? This looks like normal day-to-day clothes to me, a shirt and a pants. That's not pajamas.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
And also, isn't the garden a part of the house? Like, he's not even really, like, outside yet. I imagine if you have a garden, like, you'll be able to wear your inside clothes. Can you imagine if your parents, like, don't let you do that, and every time you have to step out into your backyard and into your garden, your parents are, like, change into your outside clothes? How troublesome that would be. I would hate going out of the house if I had to do that. But I do live in an apartment. Because houses are expensive in Singapore. Like a house. You have to be very rich to live in a house like that. Okay, so clothes. The closet's upstairs. How do I change my clothes? Oh, there is another corridor here. Okay, so this is both our rooms.
Gran's bed was undisturbed.
Gran's bed.
That she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
So they share a bedroom together.
Luka tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Okay.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luka's things had been crammed in the corner. Luka was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
Yeah, I imagine it's still alright because he's 12 years old, so sharing like a place with your grandma is still alright. I mean, share a room with your grandma is still alright, but if he gets any older, it'll be very annoying. No privacy whatsoever. Okay, nothing else. Okay. Out we go. He really is still wearing his, like, pajamas. He just tossed on an extra sweater. I don't know what difference does that make. Okay. I'm gonna go hang out with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Are you and Rolo hated exact? Oh, no, it's special.
Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
Okay, so the Gran is... We're just gonna go... chill for the day.
We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. I mean, Grant, seriously. You would rather have your kids and grandkids do nothing than be up in trouble, right? You have them chill together. It's better than getting into trouble. Well, make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess.
Okay, so the turning point is like a word puzzle, I guess.
That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
The Chronicle?
The chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
Just gonna go ponder for the day.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day.
Oh, really? What are you guys going to ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luka's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium pondering. Now make sure you don't overburden yourself with a preponderance of pondering. Huh? Oh, forget it. Off of you now. Okay, so apparently what we choose can dramatically alter fate after this point. So we gotta be careful. Oh, and Luka? You and Rolo stay out of trouble. And when she says this, it means they're gonna get in trouble. Oh, I know. Get into trouble with Rolo is our next goal. Okay. So. Off we go then. We'll look for our friend Rolo. Come on. Dang it, Rolo. What are you so excited about? I mean, seriously.
For a town that saw a few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around, because why not? You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines.
We're at chapter 2 already.
For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
The foul harvest? What's the foul harvest and who died? Hey, Mr. Kerr. Hey there, pal.
Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Oh, I'm sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. Gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all of your little friends. I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luka. Gotta get back to the proverbial grindstone. A harvest awaits and all that. Oh, now. Left side's a little low. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Can't talk now. I'm very busy with preparations.
Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I? It's Mayor Valen.
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. It's nothing, keep at it. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh, just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. Okay. Rolo can wait for a bit longer while I look around, right? Oh, let's just zoom in and look around. Okay. Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luka. Jolly, I'm sorry. It's my first week at Perennial Harvest.
Pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful. It won't happen again. We're going to be on a first name basis. You can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountain and phone booths. We're gonna change the world. And all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Huh. Anyway, I better get... Oh, that reminds me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Ha ha ha. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at laughing when it's not funny. Changing the world is intense. So what I say? You'd answer a few questions. Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See, it's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay. We're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I've not really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I lived. See, that wasn't so painful.
Scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it? Oh, I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process this answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. And off he goes. Okay. Come on, Andy. Grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy. I can't. Do it or we pound ya. Yep. But my mom said, yeah, but. If I had a nickel for every year, but I'll be a freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. But they're little hooligans. This dude's sleeping. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. Don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? I was napping today. Call me as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. The perennial harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move the chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown I want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Okay. That's it, I guess. Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me, if you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the wheel. If you don't mind, I think you should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luka saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Oh, this is a flashback.
Luka opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luka gently baited a feather onto the hook, good for skimming the surface. Luka tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Okay, no. I'll pick the feather.
Luka gently baited a feather, good for skimming the.
I think the feather's better. Give it a good cast now. Easy there, buckaroo. You don't know your own strength. Well, damn, I broke it. Go pick out your bait from the tackle box. Fine. Try to shoestring this time.
A shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Oh, damn. It's the same. Okay.
Luka gently baited a feather, good for skimming the surface.
I need to be careful not to break the thing. I got a rubber duck. Well, I'll be switched. It's an old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you I all turned up. Hee hee. Do I keep doing this? Or can I look around?
Luka tied a what fish could resist?
Oh, maybe I use a feather this
Luka
time.
gently good for skimming the surface.
I don't know. Another rubber ducky. Okay. So the feather got the rubber ducky.
Luka tied a shoestring. What fish could
So the shoestring will get something else. A boot. What do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope the other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. I got both, though.
Luka gently baited a good for skimming the.
What do we say we head out and find some more? Yeah, I need more bait. Mission control. Authorized personnel only. I'll walk over there.
The boys had a good thing going. As long as they kept old Jeff happy, they had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
Oh, it's a treehouse. Their own secret hideout, I guess. Ponder.
After Luka's father had passed, Rolo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luka realized it was Rolo's way of keeping him occupied.
Yeah, trying to distract him from his grief, I guess. Oh. Just exit. Okay. Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since the Fowl Festivus? A Fowl Harvest? Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rolo, we would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You actually want to go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere, and it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rolo, if you don't want to. Luka, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pocket throttled me? This is the flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rolo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go, and then he runs off. Is there anything I can take?
His winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness. On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rolo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens.
Oh, goes running off without telling me first. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. It's the town hall and a lot of people.
Holden Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon.
The Beacon. Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luka. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you've heard any news about news. The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rolo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rolo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing. And change is a dangerous animal. Okay. New word. Hey, Mrs. Nelson. Morning, Luka. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
The two wandered down the wooden path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good. And that kind of, I feel like, is gonna be what's gonna happen to Luka and his friend. Luka, just the fella I was looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up?
Right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Ever seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say I won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luka, wait up. I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. It's one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rolo, something to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rolo! Why are you doing that through anything in your body? You're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Don't mind me, just over here lurking uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? Couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left untoward. I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. I gotta pick up the slack since the fowl harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten, and the rest look like they were hit with Hank's atomic sprinkle ray. All the more reason to keep digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luka and I have places to be, so if you don't mind, oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rolo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luka knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
It's great and all, but Rolo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always said tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you old big oaf. Write a full report on the Valentine place. A full report. Investigate the Valentine warehouse alone. So, Fit, what are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool. She didn't say anything. She's just asking questions. So rude. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time.
A bit much, if you ask me.
I mean, is he wrong though? He's not really wrong. Like, if anyone like has time to do stuff, you know, they can do stuff. That's the man over there, Sharper. Okay. Sharper Valentine. I'm blocking him a little bit, but you can see him, right? Okay, off we go. Hey, Solomon. Apologies. No time for chit-chat. Okay.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
They don't have cars, bicycles, anything else that needs fixing? Just
Luka
tractors?
knew that if he gave up now, he'd never hear the end of it from Rolo.
Oh. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later. Luka, my boy, hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. Just remind her that she owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. Real fine woman. Gotta go. Yeah, he has a crush on the grandmother. Okay.
The phone booth was brand new. Part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Yeah, when everyone knows everyone in this town, you don't really need a phone. Just run down the street or yell. Oh, hey, Luka. Hey, Joey. How's the buck hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure. Bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. If you keep going to Weepwood, just be careful where you stepped. No bug crunching, got it. Okay. I won't kill your bugs. Although if it's up to me, I'll kill all the bugs. I hate bugs, but I'll respect you.
Up at the beehive, it appeared to be deserted.
Okay, so they went away. That's strange. It's not exactly strange, actually. I forgot what it's called, but bees tend to do that. They tend to move sometimes, so. Okay, this is Weepwood. This is the street. Is this where we're supposed to be?
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Oh, this is the Valentine's house.
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Can I go in somehow? Where's this location? This is like nothing here that I can look at. Guess this is not where I'm supposed to be. Okay.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution. Electrified fence. Is the sign new?
Fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what will Rolo do if he goes
Luka
here?
often asked himself what Rolo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
I'm definitely not touching that thing. There's a hole at the bottom.
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained.
Ah! Sorry. That's 2. Okay. 1 more to go. Bamboozled.
The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth. Nice.
Every kid in town knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
Okay, so Rolo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on here?
Way to find out.
We have to go in.
The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid.
But this place is supposed to be abandoned, right? Why is it draining liquid? Locked.
Thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper?
The sound of footsteps grew louder.
Time to hide. Hello? Shit.
The heavy steel door knocked Luka to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow.
Oh, so for anyone who might be in Luka's position, which I hope not, but if you hear footsteps coming from an abandoned building, you know, abandoned being the key word, it's not supposed to have anybody in there, run. Or at the very least, hide yourself. Don't just stand there, do nothing, or like say hello. Don't do that, okay? That's stupid.
It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luka watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light.
This is a story about change.
This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luka imagined for himself, but change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end? I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy. But don't let that discourage you.
I died already?
We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it.
I'm not even an hour into the game and I died.
From here on out, a charm will have a check mark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different.
No.
This is a story about change. It was far from
Yeah, I need to go back more.
Most will.
Sorry.
From here on out now.
Be a little shit.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy.
I'm sorry, that's the only part I could go back to. Take a break for it! What have you done? Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. Sorry! With Rolo. Okay, I'm not alone this time. Sorry about that. Rolo can get overexcited sometimes.
Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, huffed as he brushed off his pants.
A town of complete and utter foes. One wonders if it's worth taking anything seriously around here. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter, how are you doing? Me? Yes, if all that business with your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all? No. That is truly a shame. Your mother has taken residence to keep house? Yeah. And how's that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. Make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just have a lot to do. You're still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who's rarely around in lieu of one who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. That doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say it's better to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve. Okay, I see what he means now. Solomon.
The gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm much too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, Harris. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. When you be present for the construction of the History Museum. Well, I think Solomon hates being a Valentine. Future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. I don't agree, but sure. I'm gonna avoid talking to that guy. Sorry, much of a hurry, and he runs off. Yeah, good thing. Boy's got too much of his father in him. It's not a bad thing, I say. He runs, and I win. A little help. I am the champion. We're racing? Did that road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has the sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely neat. Creepy. How are we gonna get an electric fence? Don't worry, I got this. Why do you do that? I always say you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Great, what now? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I can sure can handle it from here. I'll supervise. From a safe distance. As we all know. I got Bing. Oh, you're a genius. So, do it one more time. And a pack. There we go. We did it, Luka. Never failed to impress.
As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rolo began to bounce excitedly.
Don't be so excited, you might die. Check it out. Dang, Rolo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? Yes. This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome. Okay, that's not good. Rumble. Did you feel that? What? The excitement in the air? But your butt, I did. Check out this puddle. That's not normal. And this hose. Oh man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice, it won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster is new, right? Bet it's got stuff in it. I don't really see what's in here. Did all of this. My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rolo, it will be my honor to throw you in the trash. Come on, Lady Luck. So what's in there? Let's see. That's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. Good inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait, hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Are those walkie-talkies? Just like Hank atomic communicators. Do they actually work? Ground Command Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic Ground Command. You're coming in at 5 by 5. How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for a vac. Help us on the way. What was that? Someone's coming. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over. I'm coming in. Oh, don't die. Okay, you didn't notice us. Tell me you saw that. Dude, I don't know what I saw. It's coming back. Get down. Is that a body? No. Don't tell me that's a body. Don't tell me that's a body. Sorry, I knocked into my mic.
Petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Luka, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detectives from ace detectives? A ridiculous hat? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for clues.
Around at the large sack which burdened them.
Aha!
Off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
It's some sort of badge or something. What's it say?
Badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. You throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags. I think it's just one name tag in a bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm. This is no time to panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Rolo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude, I'm not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand will be in here? Oh my god, that's a rotten hand. That's a rotten hand. That is a rotten hand. I'm beginning to see the benefits of your run for our lives plan. Right, click establish I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Flaming chicken coop Luka. Well, make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Either way, haul your ass. Rolo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Well, here goes nothing.
Luka sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rolo's footsteps as he ran. 1,
2, 3,
He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rolo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luka carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rolo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luka clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3. Finding a Friend.
Okay.
Next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
Did he not shower after being in the trash? I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So I need to get delivered to town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course, it was the right thing to do. Start gathering folks, I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? No, really. You just sort of ran around a bit.
Anne's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstances are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You're to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Please don't tell me the whole town is in on it. That was strange. Nothing in the gardens. Okay. Hey.
A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is that coming from upstairs? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Rolo, is that you? Over?
Luka glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think.
That's fucking weird. Oh, hey, Roxy. Is this about me accidentally kicking you yesterday? Is Rolo here? No. Look at me, Luka. This is serious. Is Rolo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luka's stomach.
Okay, he got caught. Oh my god, he got caught. Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Wheatwood, and then it was late and we went home. Wheatwood. If he's alive, I'm gonna kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
His mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. And to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat.
We need to go back to the factory. Rolo, where are you? Okay, let's go look for Rolo. I don't know if anything happened to him. Hey, Bert. Have you seen Rolo? Nope. Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll be right here until he gets back. Okay. Wait. Is there something that popped up? No, it's for that. Okay. You sleeping this time for real? Hello, D. Luka. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is we'll have to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all part of something special, Luka. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I got my own stuff to take care of. Ah, you joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. He's weird. He's weird. We'll really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy says she'll be here, then she'll be here. I don't see why I'm standing around doing nothing and waiting for Roxy. When I could be standing around doing nothing and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi. Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Oh, my parents won't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weedwood. Our shift don't end for another couple hours. We could spend time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right. Fitz and I will check out Weedwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weedwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. And they run off to do that. Okay. These are the adults. What's this about a missing child? I must stress the situation is completely under control. It just all seems so terrible. Are you sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense! Young Mr. Carter will turn up safe and sound, I'm certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We're just telling our daughter Beck that... Okay. Now, where did she run off to? Last Chance Diner. Okay. Yeah, I need to go to the library. Library.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Lost in his reading, Luka crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Ahem. Oh, hey, Luka, you stuck up on me. Good book? No, just started it.
Gestured to the shelves.
I'm running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bees actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they'll fight to the death for supremacy? That I know. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. I see him, you'll be the first to know. Hey, Jess. Oh, hey, Luka. Did Rolo come by? No? I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rolo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh, roger that, Space Cadet.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring. Okay.
There were rarely any actual new editions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone. Okay. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncrew works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luka Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
Often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. Look, he's missing. I guess so. Like missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I should probably get going. Hey, wait up.
Beck pulled
What?
a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky. Well, yeah, technically it landed on head. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, it's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet ya, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Hello. Joey, have you seen Rolo around? No, sorry, Luka. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. Can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see what that would have anything to do with Rolo. No, the beetles. Do you think the temperature confused your circadian rhythm or something? I don't care about beetles, dude. The kid's missing. What's to say? I'm no beetologist. Keep an eye out for him, would ya? Of course. Keep out. Oh. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Ah, shucks. Has to be somewhere else we could go in by. Okay, there's a path here. Let's go there.
Luka felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what this stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
What?
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
Holy shit.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Oh my god. Okay. So, science tell us this gun is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey, Tish, look what Cat dragged in. Yep. Look, I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? She looks fine to me. Well, hello, I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. You probably heard us. Can't say, yeah. I forgive you this once on account of being new around here. Why would you handle this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, what do you have to be so... You. Have anybody told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Oh, fuck you. Iggy, I'm going to say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Well, look who's got a backbone now that's got a girl around. First, his pop choked. Then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. And I want to
Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought, well, time to bust out the tickles.
Okay, do you want to see something cool?
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Is she tickling you? Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
I don't have fists or anything that could, you know, like...
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, you kid.
Kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Whoa, what a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
She ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is that bad? It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh my god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luka paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rolo was his primary concern.
Yeah, okay. So Beck ran off. We're alone now. And I gotta take a little break before we continue. You know, and this seems like the perfect place to do so. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, you know, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video.